Success in the classroom, success on the court. And when he's not in those two places, he's here. Basically, if your kids are in travel athletics, you might end up down here. West Virginia is only among a handful of states that allows gambling on sporting events. As a transfer, he is one of the big parts of this recruiting class. It is now Tuesday, and Bono has resigned thanks to the fallout of something she said, of course, on Twitter. You do not know hype until you've taken a horse onto your field pre-game. That's Jackson Fan School. Good luck in your race. You know you got to get ready for it. This is your final call. For more Cardinal Conference football, can you guess what Winfield students and cheerleaders are saying here?
You got to be patient with tennis.
Jason Prince is speaking from experience.
I remember when I was playing with my dad, and he would beat me, and I'd throw my racket over the fence. Just an 8-year-old that can't beat his dad.
He's not that kid anymore. Jason is part of a University of Charleston team that's been to the NCAA tournament 6 times in the last 8 seasons.
Jason is just a really smart tennis player. He makes the right shots at the right time. Very coachable.
Between his smarts and his drive,
for a hobby, he plays chess with his roommate. Pretty smart kid.
Hopefully get a good job after I graduate in accounting.
Not much more you can ask of a player.
If you're not doing well in school, you're not going to do well on the tennis court most of the time.
Just wait until you see him at Tays Valley Tennis Club. You might say that Jason is an example of the ideal student athlete. Success in the classroom, success on the court. And when he's not in those two places, he's here. Coaching, giving back to the community, and learning at the same time.
They love Jason. Jason wants to be cool when he is cool.
Jason grew up playing here.
Which is actually why I went to UC. I looked up to one of the players.
He's really grown into a fine instructor. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't drink. He's just a great example all the way around.
Being this kind of role model is its own reward.
Getting to see the huge improvements in beginners. I get to work on my strokes a lot. Actually helps me get back to the basics myself.
It's like being that 8-year-old kid again without the frustration.
I don't really consider it a job when it's something I like to do this much. It's kind of just like a hobby I get to get paid for. Any college student's dream, really.
On Friday, former California Congresswoman Mary Bono was named interim president and CEO of USA Gymnastics. It is now Tuesday, and Bono has resigned thanks to the fallout of something she said, of course, on Twitter. While playing in a golf tournament in September, she uploaded an image of herself blacking out the Nike logo on her shoes shortly after the company retained Colin Kaepernick as a spokesman. I bet you know where I'm going with this. Simone Biles, the most dominant gymnast we will ever see and a Nike-sponsored athlete, called her out. Bono was only an interim, but on her way out, she said Kaepernick's protest was the First Amendment exercise and claims her tweet was too. But USA Gymnastics desperately needs more sponsors after the year it's had, and tweets like this do not help. In college football, the Ohio State University All-American defensive lineman Nick Bosa is done with college. He's withdrawing from school to rehabilitate an injured core muscle and train for an NFL career. He's expected to be a first-round pick in the draft. Bosa was injured against TCU, ruled out against Purdue this weekend, so now Urban Meyer and the Buckeyes are preparing for the Boilermakers without him.
Big road game, a team that is very good on film, obviously, and scoring a lot of points. And we're cautious, and we've had a tough road, is what it is, and this is a big one. This is a big one before the bye week.
The second-ranked Ohio State University will host Purdue this Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Marshall is back home after beating Old Dominion. Running back Tyler King is conference co-offensive player of the week, and now the team is preparing for the Lane train to come to town. And I'm talking about Lane Kiffin. That's the head coach at Florida Atlantic University. The Owls are 3-3 after a week off, and one thing that Herd and the Owls have in common is that both of them just beat Old Dominion.
We have a lot on the line during the game, not even just with you on the field, it's the whole team. You have to think about the big picture. Even though somebody might push you or say something bad to you or anything after the play, just be the bigger man. And going into this game, that's something huge because we don't have to, going against a good team like FAU, we don't need anything to go against us.
Game time this Saturday is at 2:30. You can watch this one on Facebook if you can't make it. I'm going to keep reminding you that basketball season is coming very soon. Marshall senior point guard John Elmore is on the Bob Cousy watch list. This award is for the nation's best collegiate point guard, and here's his case for the award. Last season alone, he broke school season records for points, assists, made and attempted free throws, and of course helped the team win the Conference USA tournament and its first NCAA tournament win ever. I'd say he has a pretty good shot. Back to college football. After losing to Texas A&M and taking a week off, Kentucky is playing this week. The Wildcats are still ranked and host Vanderbilt this weekend.
Debate going on is whether each head has half as much venom or if they still have the same amount, because that could be bad.
Leave it in the cage.
True.
Leave it in the cage. He's cute, isn't he?
I can't quite figure that out.
Your definition of cute and mine are totally different, Patrick. That's creepy.
Like, so, you know what? It could be cute.
That is creepy. This is why I'm a Predators fan. I don't have to look at that thing very often.
Well, that's a predator or it could be. I'm not sure. Just not sure.
Well, we're going to switch gears and not think about creepy mascots.